How much do you think God cannot bend the system for you? Mercy. The way in which God bends system for men is called mercy. In 2 years' time, I will make you millionaire, and yet in your head you have not even read any one book of millions. You have not even read one book on business. You don't even know how to start. You don't know from whence will this money come from. You don't even know where the prophecies God said concerning your life is going to pass. All you did was that you believe God because God knows. You know that God cannot lie. So let me just believe him. I came from a Christian house anyway. They say that God cannot lie, God cannot fail. But I have seen my neighbor told me, he said that God will make his ministry big, but yet he died in the local church. I have seen my neighbor said that God said he will be big, and yet he died with a bike. I have seen my neighbor say that God said that he will make him wealthy, yet he died with bicycle. So how comes that God told me that I will also be rich and then nothing is happening? The factor that can bend the rule for you is called mercy. That is when you will not know. One day you'll be going out and all of a sudden a rich kid will come. She will have a flat tire and get confused and doesn't even know what to do. And it will happen to be in the middle of the night. And then the Holy Spirit tells you, take a walk. And then you're taking a walk. And all you did for her was to change her tire for her. And she thanked you. Gave her a complaint ticket, collected this and came. And then came with the next day with a check of 3 million naira and tells you, please start life with this. Thank you for saving me. How does changing tire helps you get 3 million naira? Because there is someone that only changes it for 500 naira. Even for 200 naira, they change it. But you only change it. And mercy brought a check of 3 million to you. Mercy is the game changer. You think you have prayed enough? You think you have fasted enough? You have not. There are those who are beyond reasonable doubt have done more than you, and yet they still the way they are. Is God not faithful? God is faithful. Have they made up to their own bargain? Not yet. But you who have not even prayed unto their own degree, their own efficacy of prayers, God now decided to lift you up. That factor is called mercy. That is why I tell you, mercy is the game changer. Father, you said to me I will come to school. When I come to school, I'm going to graduate in first class. And yet it looks like my result is on third class. It's dangling. Because peradventure you have no understanding of what mercy was before you came. But now you knew that you are still at third class and you're going to graduate with 2-1 or 2-2. But yet God said, first class. The only thing you will keep on praying is mercy, Lord. Mercy. That result, Lord, I take it and I put it into the ark. Let the mercy seat cover it. Let the mercy seat cover it. Because when the children of Israel were walking, he said they would carry the ark and they passed through the sea. And he said he parted for their sake. Because there was a mercy seat on it. He parted. He said when they took the ark to the place of war, he said, and the enemies bow. Even Kratos, even the gods of the Dagon, the gods of the Visa. He said he bowed. Because there was mercy seat. Because in the mercy seat, the ark of the cherubims are there. And from there is what God will speak to your life. You have to understand that you did not warrant God to speak to you. But once there is mercy, God will come to bend his rule. Will bend his judgment. Will bend his justice to see that your requirements are made. That is why God told you come out with first class. And your result is dangling with 2-1 and 2-2. Then when you start crying now, mercy. The next thing that will happen is that you will finish with third class. And yet while you are finishing, a person that will just be passing the car and he will see you. He's trying to stop to buy granite. All of a sudden he doesn't feel like to eat granite, but he's buying granite. And there you are too, trying to buy granite. And he look at you and say, young man, how are you? He said, I'm fine. What are you doing? He said, I'm a graduate. He said, what was I doing? He said, okay, I'm the boss of NMPC. The whole entire boss of NMPC in Nigeria. Take my complimentary card. Call me. And then with your third class, you got to work. Mercy. How can you explain that a man was given birth in his father's house and he was sent away by his brethren, denied by his kindred, sent away by his clan, and yet God in his infinite mercy has arranged a war that only the man can deliver them? And when the man came, he said, make me your king. A man who was rejected was made a king because of a war that they can win but they are scared. Then God has orchestrated it by mercy and he conquered. How can you explain some things? There are some, if you can explain everything in your life, then you have not experienced mercy. There are some things in your life that you must not be able to experience, maybe to explain, but yet God came through. That was mercy.